Oh my God. Hey everyone, it's Alexander Robinson. Welcome to the channel, and this is my review for War of the Worlds, the 2025 version of it, starring Ice Cube. Ice Cube plays this government official working at Homeland Security, and basically his job is to spy on everybody in the world and control surveillance. At least that's what he should be doing. Instead, he spends most of the time creeping up on his two kids and seeing what they're up to. One day, an alien invasion starts happening, and Ice Cube is destined to try and stop it, figure out what the aliens are after, and as the tagline in the trailer says, it is indeed worse than you think. I had no idea that this movie was coming out, let alone that it existed, and that's saying something considering that I recently reviewed the Tom Cruise, Steven Spielberg War of the Worlds. But the only reason I even heard about this movie is because Double Toasted did a review of it, and their review was so hilarious that I thought, okay, I gotta see this movie for myself, just to see if it really lives up to its expectations of being one of the worst movies ever made, and oh my God, it is one of the worst movies ever made. I will say this right now, it's not among my most hated movies personally for me, because first of all, it's a brand new movie, and second of all, it's too hilarious for me to actually have vitriol against it. Like, this movie is so inept, so terribly put together that it's almost magic at how terrible this movie is. It's a Screen Life movie in the vein of Searching, starring John Cho. The problem with this movie being a Screen Life movie, though, is that it's an alien invasion movie. Screen Life movies usually take place in real time. Another example was Unfriended, which I think was probably the first movie to do that. Wasn't that good, but regardless, these movies are supposed to be in real time. So what this movie expects us to believe is that all of these aliens started invading and they were able to defeat the aliens in an hour and a half. You cannot expect us to believe that all of this was just done in an hour and a half, especially considering that Ice Cube is just in one room throughout the entire movie. And it should probably be noted that this was actually a COVID movie. This movie was shot in 2020 and just sat on the shelf for about 5 years until Amazon decided to just unleash this upon the world, which I'm grateful they did, because again, this movie is just so baffling, especially when it comes to Ice Cube's performance. You do not buy for a second that Ice Cube is like this big official in Homeland Security. Like, there's a sequence in the movie where he's delivering exposition in what the aliens want, and it's like he's reading all these lines for the first time, and he's reading them in real time, because he just does not sound convinced at all at anything he's saying. I mean, Ice Cube was never a good actor to begin with, but this right here, oh boy, this is another level of bad. Not to mention that this character is just a complete creep of a dad. He's spying on his kids, like especially his daughter who's pregnant. He's spying on her when she goes out to get a muffin at the coffee store. He's spying on his refrigerator, keeping tabs on what she's supposed to be eating, and the daughter's like, wait, you hacked my fridge? And his response is, and I quote, "Let's just say that me and your fridge is pretty tight." Like, that's the dialogue that he's uttering throughout this movie. And the way he delivers a lot of his lines, it's just like he couldn't give a shit less of what was happening. And there's also a scene where he finds out that his son has bought a PC game and then hacks into his computer and immediately starts to delete the game off his computer. Like, wow, this guy is a full-blown creep, and he's supposed to be the hero of the movie. Then you have Eva Longoria in the movie, who's a NASA scientist, and she is terrible, but I don't think I've ever seen her in anything where I thought, yeah, this was a good movie. Clark Gregg is in the film, and when you first see him, you can kind of get a sense of what his deal is. So yeah, this is just a bizarre movie in terms of the people in it. And when you get to the actual alien invasion stuff, the CGI on these aliens it's mind-blowingly bad. Like, it's worse than the CG that you would find on films from the Asylum. Like, this looks worse than something like Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus or Mega Piranha. And it's even more baffling because technically this movie was produced by Universal. When the Universal logo popped up, I thought, what? Like, what are they doing making this movie here? Now I can just imagine an alternate universe where the tour guides have to talk about War of the Worlds starring Ice Cube before they give their tours on the tram. Like, that would be hilarious. But thankfully, I am not a part of that universe. I'm a part of the universe where this movie went straight to Amazon Prime after being shelved for 5 years. And the big finale of it all, the way they defeat the aliens, is where Ice Cube's daughter's baby daddy has to set up an Amazon drone. Because he's an Amazon driver, he has to set up a drone to try to get a thumbnail or hard drive to Ice Cube to try to hack into the aliens. I don't remember at this point. Like, the movie is so terrible, I forgot the details on how they stopped the aliens. Except for the fact that Ice Cube has to order a thumb drive from Amazon, and they show you the whole process of him doing it. And wow. Like, I think this movie wins the most shameless product placement I have ever seen in a movie. More than Transformers Age of Extinction, more than Sex Tape, more than 8 Crazy Nights. This takes the cake in terms of the most shameless product placement in the world. Like, even more so than Madam Web, when the villain of that movie gets crushed to death by a Pepsi logo. Amazon literally saved the world in this movie. Wow. So yeah, this is a baffling mess of a movie. It is terribly put together, it's terribly acted, it's very jarring, but it's also so funny. I watched this movie by myself, and I couldn't stop cackling at some of the moments that happen in this movie, mainly with Ice Cube's performance. So I didn't find myself angry with this movie to the point where I'm gonna say burn in hell, but I will say at worst, don't waste your money on it, because it is just an awful movie on all accounts. But if you have to see this, if you have to see this movie for whatever reason, invite a bunch of your friends to your house, get some drinks, and you will just laugh your ass off at how terrible this movie is. This is single-handedly one of the worst movies of 2025, and one of the worst movies of this decade. Like, it might be on the lower end of worst of the decade, just because it's so hilarious. But yeah, War of the Worlds starring Ice Cube, it's enough for me to really look back at Tom Cruise's War of the Worlds and go, yeah, perhaps I treated you too harshly when I first saw you. Yeah, this is a baffling mess. And there you go, that's my review for War of the Worlds. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I want to give a special thank you to my subscribers and YouTube members right over here. You guys are the reason why this channel continues to grow every day, and if you want to help to financially support the channel and get access to additional perks, you can do so via YouTube memberships for as little as $1.99 a month. But until next time, I want to know what you guys think about Ice Cube's War of the Worlds. Whatever your opinions are, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button to get notifications. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, you can find me on these social media platforms and my theme park and travel channel right here on YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, have a good day and take care of yourselves.